From neighborhoods with unfathomably high violent crime to others where nearly a third of all residents live in poverty. Today on Across the Globe, we're going to be exploring the worst ghettos in America. Number 7. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri is one of the largest cities in the American Midwest. With a population of just over 500,000 people, it is known for its history, museums, and barbecue. However, the city has also suffered from high levels of crime for many years, and what's more disturbing is the city's growing issue with homicides. In fact, in July 2023, WalletHub found that Kansas City has one of the largest homicide rate issues in the United States. According to WalletHub, it evaluated 40 of the nation's major cities based on per capita homicides in the second quarter of each year between 2021 and 2023 to determine which cities had greater homicide problems. The report found that Kansas City has the third largest issue with homicide rates. The city experienced 8 homicides per 100,000 residents in the second quarter of 2023. That amounts to about 1 more homicide per person than in 2022 and over 4 more than in 2021. Additionally, property crime is a big problem in Kansas City. According to Neighborhood Scout, residents of Kansas City face a 1 in 21 chance of falling victim to a property crime. Furthermore, according to Culture Vultures, Kansas City has a growing problem with gang warfare. In fact, the city has actually been nicknamed Killa City as a result. On both sides of the state line, in Missouri and Kansas, the Kansas City neighborhoods are well known for gang culture. The slum areas of Kansas City are home to numerous gangs, including the Bloods, Crips, and Sureños. Some of the causes of such a high rate of crime in Kansas City include poverty, drug addiction, and a lack of community investment in certain areas of the city. Additionally, there have been issues with police brutality and corruption, which further exacerbate the problems of crime and distrust between law enforcement and citizens. Number 6. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland is a bustling city located in the mid-Atlantic region of the United States. However, despite its charm and cultural landmarks, Baltimore has long suffered from a high crime rate, particularly in certain rougher areas known as the projects. Crime rates in Baltimore tend to be higher than the national average due in part to widespread poverty and drug addiction. In fact, in August 2023, the New York Times reported that Baltimore has one of the highest drug overdose rates in America. And out of all the major American cities where the opioid crisis unfolded, Baltimore unfortunately stands out above the rest. With such dependencies and addictions, inevitably comes high crime rates. In 2023, Neighborhood Scout ranked Baltimore at number 17 on their top 100 most dangerous cities in the world list. They also reported that Baltimore suffers 26,546 crimes annually. With a population of 576,498, that comes out at 46.05 crimes per 1,000 residents. According to Southwest Journal, FBI data shows that Baltimore's most dangerous neighborhoods include Cherry Hill, West Baltimore, Greenmount East, Fairfield area, and Pulaski. These regions consistently have high violent and property crime rates per capita that range from 297% to 711% greater than the national average. They have also seen many locals become victims of the MS-13 gang that's prominent across Baltimore. With that said, residents of Baltimore face a 1 in 64 chance of being the victim of a violent crime and a 1 in 33 chance of being the victim to a property crime. Number 5. Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas is the capital city of the state with a population of 201,998 residents. Founded in 1812, Little Rock has a rich history and was named after a small rock formation that was used as a landmark for early travelers. Over the years, it has undergone significant growth and development, becoming an important center for business, culture, and government. However, despite this, Little Rock has struggled with crime, particularly violent crime, for many years. In the early 1990s, it gained national attention due to a series of racially motivated attacks and murders that highlighted deep-seated problems of racism and inequality in the city. Many of these issues were worsened by the rise of gang culture. In 1993, Little Rock had the highest homicide rate per capita in the country, with 76 homicides. Now, 30 years on, some progress has been made, but gang culture still remains a significant problem in Little Rock. According to Neighborhood Scout, there are 14,808 crimes annually in Little Rock. That works out to 73.31 crimes per 1,000 residents. Furthermore, residents face a 1 in 49 chance of becoming the victim of a violent crime and a 1 in 19 chance of becoming the victim of a property crime. On top of this, in 2023, Little Rock came in at number 8 on Neighborhood Scout's top 100 most dangerous cities in the U.S. list. Number 4. Birmingham, Alabama. With a population of 197,575, Birmingham, Alabama is a city rich in history. It was founded in 1871 during the Reconstruction era following the Civil War and quickly became a hub for steel production. It played a significant role in the civil rights movement with key events such as the 1963 Birmingham Campaign. But despite its historical significance, Birmingham is also known for being home to some of the most dangerous neighborhoods in America and has suffered from crime for a long time. Gang-related violence and drug trafficking have been prevalent issues in Birmingham for decades. Despite efforts to combat crime, it remains a major challenge for the city. Birmingham has one of the highest crime rates in America when compared to all communities of all sizes, from the tiniest towns to the biggest cities, with a crime rate of 77.09 per 1,000 residents. According to Neighborhood Scout, there is a 1 in 18 chance of becoming a victim of a property crime and a 1 in 49 chance of falling victim to a violent crime. More than 98% of the communities in Alabama have crime rates that are lower than Birmingham's. In fact, Birmingham, Alabama ranked 6th on the Neighborhood Scouts list of the top 100 most dangerous cities in the United States. Areas in Birmingham renowned for their ghetto status include Airport Highlands, Penfield Park, Airport Hills, East Birmingham, and Evergreen. Number 3. Belmont, Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan is a city that has had its fair share of ups and downs. Known as the Motor City, Detroit was once a booming hub for the automobile industry and was home to some of the world's largest car manufacturers. The city was also an important hub for music, particularly Motown, which was a defining cultural movement of the 1960s. However, over the past few decades, Detroit has struggled with high rates of crime, poverty, and declining population. When the auto industry left, this was a huge factor in many residents seeking other places to live. In fact, in 2021, Detroit News reported that Detroit's population had dropped by 1.1 million people since 1950. The significant financial difficulties left in this aftermath have seen Detroit overwhelmed by a number of high-profile incidents of violence and crime. While there are many ghetto areas in Detroit, like Warrendale and Franklin Park, Belmont stands out as the most precarious neighborhood. In fact, Property Club listed Belmont as their number 1 most dangerous neighborhood in Detroit. They predominantly based this on the town's high rates of homicides and shootings per year, stating that residents have a 1 in 8 chance of becoming a victim of any type of crime. According to Niche, Belmont has a population of 2,719 people. Neighborhood Scout shows that out of those residents, there are 11.65 crimes per 1,000 people. Additionally, in 2023, Neighborhood Scout listed Detroit as a city overall at number 5 on their top 100 most dangerous cities in the U.S. list. Number 2. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee has a population of 628,127. Founded in 1819, It is a city rich in history, culture, and music. It is home to iconic sites such as Beale Street and Sun Studio, where legends like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash started their music careers. However, like many cities, Memphis has faced challenges such as poverty, crime, and gang culture. The city has struggled to combat these issues, and many neighborhoods continue to suffer from violence and drugs. In 2023, Neighborhood Scout listed Memphis at number 4 on their top 100 most dangerous cities in the U.S. list. And if you look into the crime statistics, it is easy to see why it came so high on the list. Neighborhood Scout gave Memphis a crime index rating of 0, meaning it is safer than 0% of other U.S. neighborhoods. The annual crime figures show that there are 80.50 crimes per 1,000 residents. Furthermore, residents face a 1 in 40 chance of falling victim to a violent crime and a 1 in 18 chance of becoming the victim of a property crime. If these statistics weren't concerning enough, Memphis worked its way to the number 1 spot on WalletHub's 2023 list of cities with the biggest homicide rate problems. A major factor in residents turning to crime in Memphis is without a doubt the state of poverty in the area. According to demographics on Neighborhood Scout, 24.2% of Memphis residents live below the poverty line. Number 1. Bessemer, Alabama. Bessemer, Alabama is a city located in Jefferson County, Alabama, with a population of around 25,615 people. Unfortunately, the city has been facing a concerning issue with crime in recent years. Bessemer has one of the highest crime rates in America when compared to all communities of all sizes. Furthermore, 100% of the communities in Alabama have crime rates that are lower than those in Bessemer. With a crime rate of 112.51 per 1,000 people, here there is a 1 in 30 chance of being a victim of a violent crime and a 1 in 13 chance of being a victim of a property crime. With that in mind, Bessemer was listed as number 1 on the top 100 most dangerous cities in the United States by Neighborhood Scout. The city's struggling issue with crime can be attributed to various factors, including poverty, unemployment, and drug abuse. With 28.8% of residents living below the poverty line, many find themselves struggling to make ends meet, which can lead to desperate measures and criminal activity. Furthermore, the per capita income in Bessemer is only $20,879, compared to the U.S. average of $37,638. What about the most corrupt cities in the U.S.?